evening, colleges. Dr. Swift here with another round of Crow or No, the game where you get to show off whether or not you can tell the difference between birds with the word crow and their recognized common name and other kinds of birds. Today's game is a beginner-friendly version that will test you only on your ability to tell the difference between American crows and common ravens. I'll throw up a picture of a bird for 5 seconds, after which we'll talk, answer, and tips. Ready? Starting off, we have a nice American crow. Now you can tell that because it lacks those hackle feathers. And yes, I know there's some texture there, but that's just a hackle dupe. It's not to be believed. It's just an artifact of the fact that the feathers are a bit wet, and so they're kind of clumping together. The second feature you could have looked at is those nasal bristles, right? The ones that extend down the bill. You can see these ones only go about halfway down, even a little less than halfway down, versus on a raven, it's about 2/3 of the way. Here we have another American crow, but this photo was even more tricky because you have just the silhouette. The main suggestion in a photo like this is to look at the shape of the bill. Crow bills tend to start sloping down as soon as they come out of their face, versus a raven has a slightly more level plateau before it starts to curve down. Mixing it up with a nice flight photo, this one is of a common raven. Drawing on our earlier tips, you could look at the shape of the bill to determine that this is a raven. Judging bill shape and size, though, is a subjective measure that takes a little bit of practice. So there's actually one other tip, and that is by counting those long primary finger feathers. Both crows and ravens have 10 primary feathers overall, but the proportion of those first 5 are very different between the two. So on a raven, you can generally count 4 long primary feathers, versus on a crow, you'll count 5. We have a nice common raven from the back. I'll be honest, the head shape here is actually a little bit more crow-like than it usually is. It must be a little bit puffed up, but that bill is a dead giveaway. Here we have an American crow in flight. You have no tips here other than those wing feathers, so hopefully that came in handy where we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those kind of longer, more isolated primary feathers. Thanks for joining me on another round of Crow or No, and if you enjoyed this content, give me a follow for more tips, tricks, and just general corvid content. And as a thank you to those of you who have stuck around this long, please enjoy the following little bonus game.